what I said. Hey guys, how are you?
We're good. We're
Good. How are
good.
you?
I'm so excited. This is a great, amazing, amazing, amazing. So the amount of times we've said we need more stories about our rebellion and stories that expand on us more than just enslaved people. How does it feel to be a part of the unraveling of the previous narrow perspective on Africans and slavery? Go. Anybody can take that.
Do you know what? Sorry to cut you. We there was a screening at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
That I was able to attend, and while the audience were watching it, we did a quick kind of tour of as much of the museum as we could. And the tour guide said the reason why this museum is important is to show how much we resisted consistently throughout these 400, 500 and beyond years of oppression. It wasn't just us being victims and taking it and then one day deciding actually we're gonna push against it. Like resistance has been happening in so many different ways. It's been interwoven into our stories as Black and African people throughout history and across the world. So to be able to make a film that is in line with that, I think is really beautiful.
And powerful, most definitely. So how did you guys explore your characters to build them out? Did Gina present you with like a character Bible, or was there a collaboration? How did you guys work together on building them? I'll start with John.
I think it was a bit of both. For me specifically, looking at the facts, historically, a lot of stuff online, in books about King Gezo, a lot of songs that speak about his reign, and then it was just about speaking with Gina and what she wanted specifically for the role as well.
Right. And Lashana?
Yeah, I found there was a lot of research already done for us, but I found that I was gravitating towards details that resonated with modern day women, so that we are obviously representing the ancestors, but what is it that young people are going to watch? What are young women going to watch and relate to with these characters? I like writing diary entries as well, and I remember reading one of them it ended up being Azogi's whole life story, to Gina, and she was like, great, let's just play on that and just keep building. And it's that where I really realised this is a proper collaborative set, and that everyone was kind of rallying to ensure that everyone's ideas are valid and heard, and that we were coming together as one to ensure that we were aiming for the same truth and the same greatness which you see on screen. So yeah, Gina was instrumental in ensuring that we were all seen and heard at all times.
For me, I focused a lot on Vodun, which is the, spiritual religion practice of Benin. It originated in Benin. It has since gone on to be the basis of so many other spiritual beliefs like voodoo and hoodoo and Santeria, etc., etc. I really wanted to make sure that I'd looked into that and looked into the most authentic version of that, so I could not only focus on this counterbalance that Amenza, my character, has within herself, but also just really represent those religions in a different light, not scary black magic, like this is really something that we've been practicing, continue to practice, has validity in this world beyond some kind of bogeyman version that has been created and bastardized over time. So yeah, that was part of my process.
John, you said that the women on set kept you creamed and unashy. What was that like, being around all these wonderful women and also the British contingency? I don't know if for me, watching you guys, I feel like a proud aunt all the time, but do you guys pinch yourselves? Like, we're really here from UK in this space, this Hollywood space?
I don't pinch myself about being from the UK and being in this space, but I feel like just having so many actors from all across the diaspora there was just fantastic. And I think to what I was saying, it's like being on a set and your elbows are dried, or something about Mac or Jamie just being like, I'm just getting my elbows without me even having to look. It's just what we do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so and that just reflects off of, imagine that's just a little thing. It just reflects off of all the connections we were probably having, like, just looking out for each other in the way we know how, and to see that in such a professional environment, and to see Viola Davis there, and to see, obviously the commercial side to this, I'm like, well, this is how it should be, and other people from other cultures were feeding off of that energy too, you know what I mean? So it's just a brilliant thing.
Yeah, and you can feel it emanate from the screen. For all of you, give me a scene that best epitomizes why you said yes, what this film means to you, and that you're most proud of.
Do you know what? It's not actually my own scene, and I might end up stealing one of your scenes. So sorry, but it is the scene where Izogi's braiding Noe's hair. That's one of my favorite scenes in the film, because of the hair braiding, but also because of, embarrassingly, the way Lashana tells Izogi's story through her eyes in that moment. There's so basically that's a really complex scene. There's so much going on. There's the connection between the two characters. There's the honesty that they're sharing with each other, but whilst also still kind of masking how they feel at the same time, and you know, it being after a big achievement. There's a lot that's going on, and I just think the layers and the complexity and the beauty and the delicacy and the strength that's woven into that scene is the whole film. And so I'm sort of, even though I had nothing to do with it, I'm sort of proud of it by proxy.
Oh, yeah, this one, I've got two, but that's one of mine. No, because, and I'm glad that it, you know, landed in the way that it needed to, because I've been trying to get a scene like that in a film of mine for about 10 years, just for no reason, just going into...
Maybe I could braid his hair.
Exactly. Even though he has no, he's bald, but we could just, we're gonna... yeah, I'm gonna stick with that one. There is Azogi's final scene in the film, and I'm always interested in how characters end their journey, their narrative in the film, and that had my heart, so yeah, that one.
They're telling us to wrap.
I'm so sorry, we've run out of time, Akua, but thank you so much for joining us.
See you guys later. Take care.
Thank you.